Thank you, Smart. I think the last time I was, with all due respect, it was just before nominations. And
congratulations, by the way.
I had assured you and the rest of Kenyans that I would be back with a bank.
And I am.
And I am.
Congratulations.
And we hope now we shall continue protecting devolution and working for Kenyans. Quick one is, there's a lot of positive value that Rigathi Gachagua will bring in. You know, a running mate must do what we call value addition. You know, he comes from Populous region, that is Mount Kenya, at the heart of Nyeri County, which have quite significant number of votes. Number two, he's also a seasoned administrator, so he understands the systems of government. Number three, is a great grassroots mobilizer. We have gone to Nyeri on several occasions, and those great grassroots mobilizers, strategies he has. Number three, he has worked with government. And being also an elected legislator, where he has worked in National Assembly for the last 5 years for the people of Madeira, he understands what the politics was all about. So in as much as he is an administrator, it will be easy. You know, the deputy president, designated Rigathi Gachagua, will assist the president in implementing the bottom-up economy, President William Ruto, the 5th president of Kenya. So from where I sit, and also he cuts across the young and the old, and it is important that we made that choice. And you know, there is that chemistry he has with the deputy president. You know, when somebody is your principal assistant, there should be that compatibility. You know, when you are choosing a running mate as a politician, even governors and president, you are like choosing the wife. Yeah. So despite, you know, when you want to get married, your parents will not choose for you in modern day Kenya. You choose and you bring, and the children and everybody accepts. So when you are choosing, you look at the chemistry and compatibility of that running mate, and in terms of both how you will work together, and also Rigathi Gachagua, finally, as I conclude, is that he has been one of the steadfast people when the deputy president was being humiliated. You remember he has fabricated cases that are facing him in a courts of law. He has been arrested. He had been humiliated. That's when you talk about the
courts have not made judgments about this.
No, so but it is not. It's an ongoing process, and most of them are politically motivated charges. You and me live in Kenya. You are not new in Jerusalem. So these things happen, but that I'm saying, he has gone through thick and thin to support deputy president. So for us, as Kenya Kwanza, we now hit the ground running, as you have heard one of our principals, Musalia Mudavadi, say today in his brother's funeral, and we continue to condole with him for losing his brother today. We went for his burial of the brother in Nyeri. So we are now ready to hit the ground, and I can assure you, Mbadi will not have it easy, and his team.
But is Gachagua the caliber, the person who should, you know, be advanced this position of a deputy president from where you sit, from your coalition seats?
Well, you know, birds of a feather flock together. I think if you look at the character of Rigathi Gachagua, the little that I've known about him, probably was the best pick for Ruto in terms of complimenting him, and he has just talked about the two are compatible. I don't doubt that, because what really comes to your mind when you talk about Rigathi Gachagua? Three things. Number one, I have read a little about his history as a provincial administrator, as a DO, PA to some officials of government. And the little history about him is just about tyranny, when he was in Mumias, how he agreed with some farmers to come into some partnership, something that didn't work well. Farmers were crying. You can go to the history and read that in the papers. The second thing you read about Gachagua is about his arrests on issues around money laundering. And Smart, I wonder if it is politically motivated. The cases that are facing my friend Rigathi Gachagua talk of 12 billion going through your accounts in 5 years. And by the way, Smart, don't say the matter is in court. The matter is, the moment you accept the running mate of a country, you must be subjected to public scrutiny. We will go up to your bedroom. Even if you have been slapping your wife, we'll have to dig out that. So Rigathi now must be put on the table and must be dissected properly. And when I dissect him, I see accusations, allegations, charges bordering on money laundering, theft of public funds, possibly from Nyeri, where his brother was the governor. How can you do business with a county where your brother is the governor? And such like things, that is what we see. And finally, since he came to parliament, it's now 5 years. If you meet 10 Kenyans in the streets of Nairobi, tell me how many of them, even one or two, who can pick or put a finger on meaningful contribution that Rigathi Gachagua has made in parliament, leave alone introducing bills, because I know introducing bill is not an easy thing. Just a few MPs will do it.
It's the first time MP. At least you should cut some slack.
No, but listen, smart, in my first 5 years as the member of parliament for Gwasi then, that is when I talked about the 10 billion computer era. Who brought it to parliament? It was this John Mbadi, serving in his first term. That first term, I made a mark. If you asked Kenyans who is John Mbadi, they would know that is the MP for Gwasi. So don't talk about 5 years. 5 years is such a long time. It's not 2 days. It's not 1 week. It's not a month. We are just concluding our term. Tell me what you can associate Rigathi Gachagua with. So what miracle is this that we expect from the gentleman? As a deputy president of the country, someone who, if something happens to our president, would assume that office and run for the rest of the, and manage this country, govern this country for the rest of the term.
Yeah, you must agree that Gachagua comes with some baggage, huge baggage, historical baggage.
You know, I don't, you know, but now, what my brother Mbadi is saying is not holding any water. Because by saying you go to history, he has served as a district officer, he has served with the now National Coordination Authority, the NGAO, formerly known as Provincial Administration. Those are just what is written on papers. There is no proof that Gachagua in one way or another, if he had participated in that, he knows very well, he would have been surcharged and fired. He's somebody who has even become the PA to the current president. So I don't think the current president to become a ministries or PA would be somebody that is not beyond reproach. And therefore, let me finish so that you ask. The issue, you know, this country, we have a problem. People demonize people who work hard. The fact that Rigathi Gachagua is somehow wealthy.
Explain to me that. I'm actually interested in that.
That is why I'm coming there. I'm coming there.
How and I want you to build to this.
Yes.
How does a public servant, former DO, end up being a billionaire?
PA
to the president.
Yes.
Yes.
To the minister.
And to the minister, yes.
Actually,
help me understand
you
how
are forgetting, smart, that this Rigathi Gachagua was work over 30 years. Don't you mean the salaries was been paying? He didn't buy his own property already?
Senator, with all due respect, his salary for 30 years could amount to this 100
But I'm just coming there, and you remember, many Kenyans are doing what you call side hustle. Even you here as a news anchor, you might have some, you are small shop, even Mbadi himself. He does. So what I'm saying is that we should not demonize people who work hard, because before he comes in, he has worked for 30 years.